All right, so sorry I'm late to these, but I was out of town, so I couldn't really record. Anyways, it's Sunday. I wanted to mess around with the main character from the new collab that's out, Gachiakuta, which I think I mentioned in a previous video because it kind of got leaked a little bit. I tried to watch the first episode of the show a little while ago. Didn't really seem like I was super interested in it, but from the animations and stuff that the characters have, it seems like maybe I quit a little too soon, so I may try to go back and watch that. But either way, we're gonna mess with the main character Rudo, and we're also gonna mess with Zanka, which is the backliner for the collab. So not too much of a showcase for him really, although he can do some cool stuff once he comes down from the backline, so maybe we'll get to see that. But I wanted to start with just 2 characters because running all 4 characters to start with on the same team, which you definitely can do, would just be way too much information overload for my first real matches with the characters. So you know, because every single one of them has a huge passive, tons of new, you know, skill effects and stuff like that, and I'm just not gonna be able to keep up with it on the first match, or on the first video. Anyways, let's go over the main character Rudo really quickly. So for each ally or human ally participating in battle, their basic stats increase by 6%, and the hero's max HP by 15%. So he gets really tanky. Obviously you'll see. Gains reduce for 2 turns at the start of the battle. Reduce is allies other than the hero cannot be targeted. Decreases final damage by 50% when an ally takes damage from an enemy skill. Does not trigger if a non-human ally is participating in battle. So he's hard locked. All of these characters are pretty much hard locked to the human team. Well, maybe not hard locked, but most of them are for the human team. This guy's definitely hard locked because you can't use non-humans. When reduce is removed from the hero, allies receive 60% damage taken suppression for 2 turns. Does that go up at all? It doesn't. I got him 4/6. I did okay for the collab, but I also did 4 rotations, which I didn't want to do. Revives with the same amount of HP before dying, but recovery rate decreases by 50% one time. So he has a revive. I can't remember if all 4 characters have a revive or not, but several of them do. When the hero uses a skill, or if a human ally takes damage from a skill during the enemy's turn, the hero gains reuse for 2 turns. At the start of the ally's turn, reuse is removed and recycle is gained for 1 turn, which is really funny because it's a play on words, because he has reduce, reuse, recycle, which is just weird. A weird saying that you learn as a kid here in America. I don't know, they probably teach that elsewhere too. Reuse is defense related stats plus 50%, damage taken minus 100%, removes a 1 debuff from self and grants human allies 1 evade for 1 turn at the start of the ally's turn. And then once you gain recycle, it is attack plus 50%, crit chance plus 100%. So you basically want to wait until you pop his passive before you start using his at least the single target card. He has Reforge, which is 3 times pierce rate, removes 1 buff effect from the target, damage dealt plus 50% while recycle is active. And then this one, I feel like we can use this one basically at any time. Damage or decreases damage dealt of all enemies by 80% for 1 turn, then inflicts damage equal to 150%. So it's weak, but it's an AoE, and it's going to reduce the amount of damage they deal to you. And he already has so much damage reduction that could be kind of nice to have. Ultimate is remove stances, gains recycle, and then hits with Reforge, which is the same as the single target, but it's an AoE, so that's actually kind of nice. He does have a Holy Relic, of course. All collab characters have Holy Relics these days. Each time recycle is gained or enemy buff effects are removed using a Reforge skill, human allies attack related stats increase by 5% up to 5 times. When the hero uses a Reforge skill while recycle is active, the skill coefficient increases by 80%. So I think it's this number increases by 80%. I think that's what the coefficient is. So anyway, he's big boy tank. Tanks a whole lot. Let's go over Zanka really quickly as well. I'll try to speed through this one because we're already 4 minutes in. Removes 2 orbs from the enemy's ultimate move gauge at the end of the turn when a human ally defeats an enemy during the ally's turn, so that's really nice. I always like that effect. Passive is increases human allies' basic stats by 6% and attack by 5% for each one participating in battle. Gains lovely assist staff when entering the battle from the secondary slot, which is plus 100% 50% pierce rate. While Lovely Assist Staff is active, the hero's attack-related stats increase by 50% for each defeated ally. So he could be one of those characters that like comes down out of the back line if you play him right, and then could help you come back, but I don't know how likely that is. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. When a human ally takes damage from an enemy skill, the enemy is inflicted with quarantine for 2 turns, which is minus 10% all stats, and then all target attacks damage dealt is minus 30%. Applies attack disable on the enemy that enters the battle from the secondary slot. So when you kill a character on their team, their backliner comes out, the backliner that came in on their team gets attack disabled, which is pretty interesting. I thought that one was kind of weird, but also I do see, well, I don't see it as much these days, but there were people running like Escanor in the back line quite a bit, so it would, attack disable him for a turn, which means he can't use any of his skills or anything, which is kind of cool. Grants the ally or human ally with the highest HP cheat for 2 turns at the start of the battle, which is halves enemy damage dealt increase. I don't know if this has to be the character has to have like a blue damage dealt increase buff for that to get halved, or I'm not exactly sure with the wording on this one, but it's something. It does something. He has a single target suppression skill, which is 3 times pierce rate, 3 times crit damage. He has a disable card where it's inflicts damage equal to 160% of attack on one enemy and blocks all skill effects, including those of ultimate moves, for 1 turn. Excludes stance and recovery skills. There's a couple of weird things with the collab. I guess I probably should have showed the ultimate as well. It's basically just suppression, but increases allies' basic stats by 30%, so that's kind of nice. There's a couple of characters in this collab that like have stance cancel and benefit from stance cancel. I don't quite understand that, considering that melee is stance cancel immune. So I don't know if it's just for like fighting Light Kings, because I mean that was the team. I did make a video on that team like last week or so, or I think it was 2 weeks ago, but either way, maybe it's held against that or just for PvE purposes. I don't know, but I thought it was kind of odd that was kind of a selling point with the stance cancels. But okay, well, I did 1 game while I was away, and I was running the full collab team, which is why I'm not running the full collab team this time, and I went up against a melee team and I lost. So I, for one, did not know how the team was supposed to play, so that was obviously a big reason why I lost, but I was like, oh, well, these characters are definitely not just throw them in and they'll run over everything kind of characters. Like, you need to know what's going on. Obviously, with the fact that Rudo, you need to use his single target skill at least on turn 2, so that's definitely something that you kind of have to watch out for. Kind of a weird scenario. I don't know what the best way to go about this is, but guess I'm gonna use this. Need to make sure I don't time out here. Trying to kind of keep an eye on like how much he does damage wise to me. Well, that's not going to kill, unfortunately. The bond damage reduction is so good, plus his damage cap. Okay, so he has to attack Rudo. I threw Bon in. I don't know if Bon is a good character for this or not, but I figured if I throw him in, we'll have some extra like damage reduction and stuff like that. Obviously, we'll kind of reduce, or we'll kind of get rid of him at some point and just throw in the other collab characters. That's really unfortunate. Why? How could he? I don't understand. How was he able to target Escanor if Rudo was on the field? That doesn't make any sense to me. Gains reduced for 2 years at the start of, or 2 turns at the start of the battle. I don't know. That's strange. Why did that happen? Problem is like I need more practice with this team against melee, because so far both times that I've played against melee teams, I die. So yeah, I don't understand. How can he attack me? I'm missing something very important about... Whew. I literally just don't get it. So we have recycle on now, don't we? That one's recycle, yeah. Yeah, I still don't understand this part. Allies other than the hero cannot be targeted while he has reduce on. Which we do. Not, okay. We're just not getting reduce. Gains reduce for 2 turns at the start of the battle. Is that a bug? Genuinely curious. You know what it is? I just realized. It's the fact that Merlin Escanor is unknown and human. That's gotta be why I'm not getting reduce. I don't know why it took me this long to realize that, but it's kind of a problem. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but we're gonna try it like this. Shinra is good and may actually work really well against melee. I'm not entirely sure of that, but we're definitely gonna try it and see. Yeah, I don't know particularly how well this is gonna go, but honestly, without running the other collab characters, it's kind of a stretch on like who's actually good in the meta right now. Shinra has also dipped off quite a little bit, so I don't entirely know that this is gonna go super well, but hopefully, because we'll have reduce on this time, we may actually be able to get a little bit better, you know, synergy going. Sorry. So anyways, let's hop in. Let's see how it goes. I hope this goes well. Let's see. I don't know about the Escanor play at all here, so yeah. Okay. I genuinely don't know what I'm gonna be able to get away with here, so I kind of want to go for this just to see. I haven't used this. I haven't used basically any of the buffed LRs yet. So I'm kind of interested to see if we can get away with doing much with them. Okay, not a whole lot of... didn't kill though. Okay, took a lot of damage on the second hit. He's gonna gain 2 pitch black swords from that, which is not great. We do have reduce on now, so allies other than the hero cannot be targeted. Decreases final damage by 50% when an ally or human ally takes damage. So what do we got now? Don't know, depending on which cards he uses. Oh, we didn't attack melee because we don't really have a good... Well, we did, I guess because he had the shield. God. Okay. We got reuse. Come on, Shinra. Okay, unfortunately he got his shield back, which is not good, but we do have faster than light, so I want to see if we could get away with this. He's disabled right now. I don't know who this is going to actually get rid of, but let's just try to do something like this maybe. Killed. Exiled. He has a res, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping that would pop res and kill, but looks like we're not even going to pop res. That's unfortunate. We do have the evasion stack, though, which is kind of nice. We'll see what we got going on here. The girl with the scissors, I think her name's Riyo. I can't remember exactly what her name is. I think it's Riyo. Well, this guy's a Ruko, isn't it? So I don't think her name is Riyo, but it could be. I think she has the stance cancel, so until we integrate her into the team, I'm not going to be able to get rid of stances on Esterosa's or anything, which is... I don't know if that's crazy just yet, but... Okay, he disables his... Oh. Okay, he did. He did not. Okay. At this point, it would be very beneficial to try to get rid of Melee. The exile on Melee, though, is actually really, really nice. So I don't know if that's going to be 100% worth it. Oh, come on. Please tell me we kill. Oh, my God. Not having Escanor sucks. I'm pretty sure the blonde-haired guy from the collab, I can't remember his name at the moment. I think it's Enjin. He has some really good damage, so I think in place of this, he will, I think Enjin will be the best for this. Obviously, the full collab team is going to end up being better. There's just so much mechanics to it. I just don't know if it's worth doing or like trying to fool with it just yet. Obviously, I want to, but... Okay, that worked out pretty decent, actually. We still have a res on him, right? We do. Okay. Oof. We did lose our second ultimate there. We do have a Sistaf on. I wonder if we could get away with this, because hopefully this exiles the Melee again. I've been watching Fire Force, by the way, again. Oh, it didn't even get rid of Melee. That's really not good. Shinra has a, whatchamacallit, damage cap though, so, and he's disabled, and he's 10% all stats, and he's attack related stat lowered. Here's hoping. I don't know. Sucks that exiled Tristan. I think it's going to kill Zanka for sure, which sucks because then we won't be able to skill disable the Melee. I figured. That's okay. That's what I assumed would happen. Okay, what do we got? I mean, we have another faster than light. We might as well throw it. Okay. It's looking kind of doable. I think what we're gonna have to do is I'm probably gonna go over what mistake I was making. We'll use this match in the video, I think, and then I think I'm just gonna have to incorporate the other collab characters because without being able to run other like good characters like Melee and Escanor or Merlin and Escanor, I just don't think it's gonna be consistently winnable because you need some of the other things that the collab characters have. So I guess let's go over the other two collab characters. This video is going to be all over the place. I've been recording for 35 minutes and we're nowhere. All right, let's go over Enjin first. So Holy Relic is when a human ally uses a skill on an enemy while the hero has overheat, damage dealt increases by 50% of the hero's pierce rate. Increased pierce rate at that. Okay, so God almighty, they're so long. Increases human allies' basic stats by 6% and pierce rate by 20% for each one participating in battle. Gains Umbreaker at the start of the battle, which is attack-related stats are plus 30%, 80% pierce rate. Umbreaker is upgraded when the hero defeats an enemy, limit of once, and the upgrade enhances the Umbreaker by 50%, so I would assume this is 80, and then this becomes 130? Not sure on that, but that's what it sounds like. Revives with the same amount of HP as before, with half the recovery rate, or 50% less recovery rate. That is obviously the same as the main character, so another revive, which is good. At the end of the ally's turn or enemy's turn, or when a human ally uses a skill during the ally's turn, the hero gains drive for 3 turns. Using a skill while drive is at max stacks grants the hero overheat for 1 turn and allies a 5% defense decrease for 2 turns. And then each drive stack is 80% pierce rate, stacks up to 3. Inflicts additional damage, or overheat when you get it, is inflicts additional damage equal to 150% of the hero's attack on all enemies and decreases their attack related stats by 30% for 2 turns at the start of the enemy's turn. Removes all drive effects when removed. So yeah, it's he's gonna be the damage dealer for sure. His single target's crazy. Inflicts ignition on one enemy, which is 5 times pierce rate, damage dealt 100% or plus 100% while drive or overheat is active. The AoE is Severance, which is 150% of attack, 3 times pierce rate, 3 times crit chance, and then increases damage dealt by half of the pierce rate, and then Severance on the ultimate as well. So he can hit really hard. I've been using him for the event boss and everything. Her name is Riyo. Okay, it is Riyo. So Riyo is increases human allies' basic stats by 6% for each one participating in battle. Revives, same revive mechanic. Grants human allies survival instinct for 3 turns at the start of the battle, which is HP related stats plus 30%. So this will actually help Rudo help him tank some more. 0% chance to take critical strike damage from an enemy skill or from enemy skills. Stats do not fall below their initial values. So that sounds crazy. When a human ally uses a single target attack, or when taking damage from a skill during the enemy's turn, the hero gains the Ripper for 2 turns. And this is 50%. Human allies get plus 50% pierce rate, and that stacks up 3 times. Removes 1 orb from the target's ultimate move gauge when the hero uses a stance cancel skill to remove an enemy stance. I guess that basically is just a direct counter to LR Estarossa. And then Holy Relic is each time the Ripper is gained, the hero's attack related stats increase by 10% up to 3 times. We have a stance cancel skill with 4 times pierce rate, 2 times crit damage. And then damage dealt plus 50% for each Ripper on the hero. And then we have an AoE, which is Bane, and that's attack plus 250% when using skill. Ultimate is Alteration, which is same as the single target skill, but this is actually a single target ultimate, and it blocks skill effects when hitting. So that's pretty decent. Yeah, we're not missing too much there on my end. So yeah, okay, let's try to see if we can remember all of these effects, because I feel like the full human team or the full collab team is what you're going to be wanting to use. I'm losing 5 KCC using this team because they just don't have as much of their cosmetics maxed out, because 4 new collab characters coming out at one time is hard to prepare for. So let's see how things go. I think for sure we just throw this out turn 1. That should give us 1 stack of drive on him. Maybe we could get away with using an AoE here and then an AoE here. Okay, literal almost no damage. Really good AoE damage there. Did he die? I can't tell if he just lost. I don't think he died from that. I wasn't looking at the number that they did. By the way, her AoE did not do so good, but then again, we don't have any of her Ripper stacks or anything. I know her AoE doesn't require Ripper stacks, but that's the only reason I used it. Patiencing on him is insane. Okay, so we can remove that stance. I think we AoE. He has Tarmio, yeah. And then I think we... I don't know. I don't know if this is going to kill or not. So we remove the stance. AoE probably is going to kill. Okay, killed them both. Wasn't actually expecting that for some reason. I thought the shield was going to, you know, stop me a little bit more there. Okay. He's going to get attack sealed, right? Because of Zanka in the back. Pretty cool. And we should be able to kill off the... I don't know what I did. Okay, so the team is fantastic, by the way. I mean, at least for this one match that we're playing so far. Whatchamacallit. I did one match by my whenever the collab very first dropped, and I guess I just was not playing it correctly, because there is obviously a lot going on with this team, but I feel like for the most part it's all kind of self-explanatory. Like, some of the skills you don't need to use too fast or anything, but I don't think I had everybody's Holy Relic either. I think I was missing 2 Holy Relics at the time. I don't know. Either way, now that I'm understanding the units a little bit better from using Rudo and Zanka in the back a little bit. We are getting somewhere. Block skill effects is kind of insane right here too, because we're going to be able to basically stop him from getting anything out of this, and then unless he has another immortality talent that he can use, we should be able to kill him this turn. He does not. That, or he thought that the ultimate was going to give it to him. Actually, they updated the game a little bit. We could technically check and see if he would have had had one or not. Where's it show it at? I think it's like typically like right here somewhere. Maybe he doesn't have any more. I don't know if that's how that works or not. I think it's been enough turns to where we can get rid of his stance. Right? I think so, because I think actually I think he has to have allies or whatever for him to get the damage cap, so I don't know if that would have canceled it or not, but I just want to say she's insanely cool. For one, they gave her an Egyptian outfit. Egyptian's my favorite. And two, there's two weapons in anime that I think are really cool. It's fishing rods and then pairs of scissors. And I think the scissors are incredibly cool. So happy we got that. And then Kizuna has my fishing rod. So I have the two weapons that I want in the game at this point. So that's really cool. Unless we got like Gon from Hunter x Hunter. I don't think we could get another fishing rod probably because it's very few and far between. But let's see how things go. I'm kind of tempted to... I wonder if we could use this and get rid of the buff. Oh, actually, I think we used it a little too soon. I think it's going to remove them before the attack goes off. Yeah, so that's not going to remove that damage cap. That was a dumb play. Not a great first play there, unfortunately, but I would hope this team might have enough leeway or I don't know, forgiveness maybe is what I'm trying to say. I'm not 100% sure on the word I'm looking for here. Wiggle room. I'm hoping the team has enough wiggle room for me to get away with a first bad play. That damage is crazy. Rudo is a master tank. Fantastic, actually. I'm afraid this is gonna kill, so I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go, but we'll try it nonetheless. Hopefully this doesn't kill. We have a couple Ripper stacks though. Okay, it didn't. Kill off Escanor. Don't go on melee, yeah. Whew, 1.2. We're in ungeared. Okay, hey, now that I'm understanding the team a little bit better, this is going way better. I was actually, after playing the one PvP match that I did while I was out of town, I was like, I genuinely don't know if this team is going to be able to hold up against the insanity that is melee. So I'm glad to see that this is working out, because I was a little worried about it. And it's looking good. Obviously, I didn't want to... It would have been nice to split the videos up a little bit, but whatever, man. It's fine. Genuinely, like, it's not going to make the biggest difference. We have a melee with no Tarmiel link, though. I wonder if we can get away with a turn 1 kill here. Oh, we definitely can't. I think it only works if you're using melee. I genuinely don't think you're going to be able to kill melees turn 1 without Tarmiel Link unless you have melee, because the stance or the counter is giving him so much HP back, it's just not going to work. So I think I just need to get that out of my head and move on from fighting melees turn 1. It's just not going to work out for me. Let's try to go for... We have good drive stacks here. I could remove his damage dealt again. We would merge. I think it's worth it. Yeet! Oh, that's actually really nice. She removes the ultimate move gauge orb from him when she removes the stance as well. So that's actually really good to... How did he die? How did he die there? Didn't he have immortality? How did he die there? Was it the extra damage thing? Inflicts additional damage equal to 150% of the hero's... I'm gonna have to read that again. If that did what I think it did, and it dealt damage to him at the start of the turn, whenever we already had him low, and then he lost assault mode, the damage went off and killed him. If that's how that worked, that is insane. Because that's really good. I gotta read him again. Let's see. Inflicts additional damage equal to 150% of the hero's attack on all enemies and decreases their attack-related stats at the start of the enemy's turn. That's insane. That's so good. The biggest issue here is you're gonna, like, obviously it's really, really beneficial to go first against the teams. But, I mean, it might not be the end of the world. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, you have the tanking that you need, but genuinely not sure. So in a situation like this, I think if we want to get rid of Escanor turn 1, we would have to do something like this. I would love to get the damage dealt reduction off, but we didn't even break it. Never mind. I was too full of myself. I just assumed we would kill, or we would break through the shield with that. Maybe I would have to use a different skill. Not 100% on that. And the fact that we didn't break the shield means that we got the 50% minus all stats, which is real bad. Don't love that for me. The minus 30% AoE damage is also really good. Like, it's going pretty hard here. That was... Whew, we're low. Genuinely not 100% sure what my best bet here is. I kind of want to try to use the AoEs. We have Ripper stacks now. Let me try the AoE again. This should hopefully get him, yeah, below 50%, so this should kill the Escanor at the least. Okay. I mean, that was pretty... I mean, it killed Escanor, which is what I was hoping for. I don't know if I was expecting it to necessarily kill the King and Diane here. Oof, that attack seal from Gother's kind of annoying. I forgot that that was part of Gother's kit, actually. So Zanka is like kind of just a bunch of other backliners, like kind of crammed into one, but it's really good. So, okay, let's see how this goes, I guess. All these Riyo cards are not good, but might not be too bad. Let's see how it goes. Damage dealt. Kill off the side units. But did I have overdrive there? I think I did. Overheat. Wow. That's so good. So good. I wonder if there's a way that we could... We're not infecting or anything, are we, with this team? I don't think. Because I was going to say, like, if we could infect while he had... Well, I guess he won't be able to get overheat until turn 2 anyways. I was going to say, if you could infect Melee, keep him at 1 HP while he has Tarmia Link. But I think I think I'm somehow getting them low enough anyway. Do we try to kill Bon here? Maybe we could pull this off. Actually, I think he gives the damage cap to his teammates too, so. That was kind of a... I don't know, maybe turn 1 you're just not going to be able to do too much against the melee team just because it's so strong. But, I don't know, I'm having fun. Let's see how it goes. Got another AoE for Riyo. We can get rid of that stance pretty easily, which is good. All the single targets have to go to Rudo, which is fantastic. Something like that. Boom. Insane damage. We're doing so much damage that his Tarmia Link is healing him back to full, which is not good. Yeah, which unfortunately just means that we're not going to be able to kill with overdrive. Which sucks, but is what it is. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have a single target card with Rudo, so we're not going to be able to get rid of his damage suppression. But it's not going to matter too much because we're just dealing lots of damage. So, and because Zanka in the back is going to remove ultimate move gauge, that makes it to where he can't ult rush as fast, which is good. Reduce is gone now, so he can target whoever he wants. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? Like, there's not really much I can do. Yeah, and none of this is gonna remove an ultimate move gauge. So, damage dealt reduction, 120% is not bad. I think all 3 of these characters might still have res, except for Enjin. Maybe I might have popped his res already. 211's not crazy. I was thinking overdrive might have killed there, but we didn't have it. Unfortunately, he got his assault mode back again, but... Okay, I think he popped res on these 2. It might have been all of them, actually. I'm not 100% positive on that. We can block skill effect, though, which is great. So let's do that. Reduce your damage. Throw this away. Just because I don't want to disable anybody. Yeet! Rio's cool. Rio's my favorite. She's just cool. Scissors are too good to pass on. Okay, and then... I should have tried to check him again. Oh, okay. It's actually in this menu. Okay, so your talent... He's out of talent at this point. Alright. I want to give it to Riyo again just because I'm still not 100% sure if the stance cancel works or not. But 1.6 is crazy. That's so insane. Scissors. It's too good. It's too good. Okay, well, that is ungeared. I need to play geared as well, so I think I'm going to go ahead and hop in and do that. Now that I have a much better understanding of how the characters work, maybe that'll work out for me. Let me get that together and everything. I will see you guys in that video. I'll probably try to upload... I don't know if I'm going to upload this one tonight or just release it in the morning, but I'll do the videos like one day. The geared video will come out the day after the ungeared video, so let me put that together. Yeah, so far, I mean, the collab seems really cool. Now that I'm actually getting some decent use out of them, they seem really fun, so that's always a good thing. So either way, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next one.